We have some breaking developments here on the major tariffs that President Donald Trump introduced over the weekend. He said that the U.S. would impose a 25% tariff on imports from both Mexico and Canada and a 10% tariff on imports from China. But now both the tariffs on Mexico and Canada are on hold. Earlier today, the president said he would pause tariffs on Mexico for a month after the country's president agreed to send 10,000 soldiers to the border of the U.S. And within the last 20 minutes here, Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau also promised more support at the border, leading to another tariff pause. That tariffs could raise prices for Americans on goods like fresh produce, clothing, electronics, cars, and even lumber. I want to bring in WCPO 9 News anchor Brett Bugansky live in the newsroom right now. Brett, those tariffs were set to go into effect tonight at midnight. That is not happening, but it's certainly not over.
Certainly that's the case. So President Trump and Prime Minister Justin Trudeau spoke multiple times today. And as you said, Trudeau is now saying the president's tariffs will be postponed at least 30 days after he promised more cooperation on the border, including appointing a fentanyl czar to stop the flow of the deadly drug and sending nearly 10,000 frontline personnel to the border. So once again, this is just a pause. But if that 25% tariff on Canadian imports were to go into effect, you could be paying thousands of dollars more for a home.
2 new homes are going up in Montgomery. The drywall is set on one, and on both, the foundation is set from the floor to the ceiling between what will be the garage, living room, and kitchen, built with thousands of square feet of lumber.
This house comes from Canada.
Ben Fry is a home builder with Fry Homes and is watching what could be a trade war brewing between the United States, Canada, and Mexico.
We don't need the products that they have. We have all the oil you need. We have all the trees you need, meaning the lumber.
President Donald Trump signed an executive order placing 25% tariffs on imports from Canada and Mexico. The National Association of Home Builders says more than 70% of the imports are essential for home builders. One of them is lumber from Canada.
Some of those tariffs could add tens of thousands of dollars to the pricing of new homes.
Lumber is a commodity where the price changes based on supply and demand, as well as variables like inflation and tariffs. The Construction Buyers Group of America, which tracks the price of building materials, tells WCPO 9 News right now a 2x4 wall stud, which is a common product that comes from Canada, sells between $3 to $4. A 25% tariff could raise the price between 50 and 60 cents. An average new home build can have up to 800 of those wall studs. It's that uncertain market which could impact Fry's customers.
To also land availability, we've had to pay more for the land, and with the material availability, the pricing is a little bit higher than it has been in the past, and so they're a little bit slower to move. And so, it's just they're just going to sit on our books a little bit longer.
Now, Fry did tell me lumber yards are not going to be updating prices on the current inventory, so that price is going to be set. It's the future products that could be impacted if the tariffs eventually do go into effect. So live in the newsroom tonight, Brett Bugansky, WCPO 9 News.